think it's about time we get everything started. Hello, hello, everyone in the chat and everyone lurking around. I'm so happy my stuff is working this week because I cannot tell you how disappointed I was last week to find out not a single bit of it was recording. I still cannot tell you what happened with my OBS last week because I had the stream set and everything. It was scheduled, it was set upcoming, and I swear I hit the start streaming button and then it looked like it was streaming on my OBS and the chat was still running and everything. So I thought nothing out of the ordinary. Like not a single thing looked wrong. The only thing I noticed was the chat was kind of quiet. I saw some people saying some things in the chat here and there, with a few odd messages in between being like, she's late, and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's crazy. And what do you mean? I'm never late. I'm still here. Silly sillies. And then right before I'm about to end the stream, I think it was Fuzzleberry that made a very specific comment that I'm looking at like, wait a minute, what does that even mean? Well, what do you mean by that? It was something along the terms of either something happened or she forgot. What do you mean forgot? Forgot what? Did I say I was gonna do something and I just didn't do it? Guys? And then I just go and look at my YouTube and my Twitch and like, why does the video still say upcoming? Huh? What? Why are you doing this to me? Why would it say this? So I still have no idea what happened from the time I pushed record and started. I was drawing and commentating for 3 hours straight and noticed nothing. I'm so proud of myself, gotta say. I think that was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. I am a professional. She's so late. Shut up, Purple. I wasn't late. I was there on time, working for 3 hours. Just doing my best. Oh well. I was pretty quiet during the last stream anyways, the entire time. I kinda just had nothing really to talk about that day. So I guess that kinda pans out. Ish. Still sucked that it happened, but you know, it happens. Aw, oof. It was a big oof. Thank you. Hello, Fuzzleberry. Hello, Clippo. Hello, Sky. I always call you Clippo. I know it's Cleo. Hello, Vampire Teeth. Hello, everyone. And I guess hi, Purple. I guess. So, from last stream, the thing I was working on for 3 hours was I started the render over here. You can see that there's actual shading and everything. The turnarounds also have the simple shaded parts. So those are technically rendered out. And I finished doing the last 3 headshots. I worked on this for 3 hours last stream. I mean, I was happy I got things done. And I also had like a doodle sketch at the end of it. But man, I guess so mean. Would I be your favorite streamer if I wasn't mean to you? Ooh woo? I gotta do my job right. So either way, the goal today is to finish this. And I do have a slight announcement about my streaming schedule and everything kind of going forward for the end till the end of the year, which could be either good news or bad news. Let's just say I got a lot of stuff and a lot of plans, but I do not have a lot of time. So I will save that until the end of the stream. Really, so say it towards the middle and then reiterate it at the end. Oops. But right now we are going to work on the man. I'm very happy with how this render is turning out. And it's something a little... I was going about it in a different way than I normally do for some reason. Where instead of going layer by layer, I was going like section by section, so I started with a barrel on each separate layer, working on it. But I don't typically do that. But for some reason it was working with the workflow I was doing already. So I kind of just left it. I'm going about this a lot more painterly than I've done the other ones. But it'll still match the other ones in terms of... What is this texture here? Why is that there? Huh. I love your art so much. Thank you. I worked on it for so long. I gotta keep going. I gotta become a big professional. One day you'll see my names in the credits of a movie, animation, game, or something. Just you wait. Hopefully one day. That is my main goal. So she's abandoning us? Can't believe I am not entirely. You'll get it. You can wait until the announcement, mister. You can start theory crafting until then. I don't think I'm gonna go section by section. I think I'm gonna actually do this layer by layer. A lot of it's just gonna be softening my edges and making sure things look rounded and all that. Making sure that's looking fine. Oh, that's why. That's weird. I'm on the wrong layer. Where am I? Okay, I wasn't. Started doing something on the wrong layer. I've been working on this one piece for so long. I feel like... Oh my god, hello. Scared the crap out of me again. Jump scare, thank you. It really does, every single time. Why, hello. Oh boy, how am I gonna say your name? Alright, attempt number 1. Slinky little dinky? I think I almost got it. Purple? Get out. Shoot. I don't remember last time I was here, but I do remember you. Yay, I'm rememberable. At least I try. I know I'm definitely not the best with when it comes to commentary. I'm slowly getting better. Because you get... I don't think most of you were here when I first started doing streams and stuff. But I like refused to talk at all. Like, hello Milky, welcome, welcome. Talking was probably the scariest thing I thought of doing for these streams. So when I first started, all my streams were just silent. It had the music going and I would just be texting in chat. But once I started getting more people in here, it was a lot harder to text and draw. So I'd either have to sacrifice drawing time or typing time to make sure I was interacting. Which you can see how that can become a problem pretty quickly. So I eventually manned up and said, alright, it's time to start talking. And so far, I think it's been 2 years since I started talking. I don't remember now. It's definitely been a while. And sometimes it still surprises me that I'm able to do it. It's scary. But also at the same time, now that I can actually talk in these, for my animations I was thinking of doing like simple voiceovers. So at least for the project like this, at least the project that even he's tied to and all the other characters that I've had, for the Desert Rebellion that we've been calling it, I would absolutely love to voice my own character. I don't remember who I'd voice, because I honestly don't I don't know what kind of character my voice fits. Because I think the one we've talked about was a very softer character, and she wouldn't exactly be in it a lot, which is kind of why I'd be like, man, voicing her would be great. Would I have a lot of lines? Maybe for one chapter, and a few here and there. But I would not be the main protagonist, dear God. I wouldn't say I have any, like, voice acting, like, knowledge exactly. Sure, I can do, like, simple voices. But for voice acting and things like that, you need a lot more, like, skills at play. Like, you need to know how to play a character, not just talk. Which I would love to learn that kind of stuff. But of course, my time and also developing the story kind of has to come first before that. So, you know, we're getting there. That's something in the far, far future. I feel that for 100% talking is the only reason that I haven't started streaming content yet. I mean, you can always start out with just silent streams. I mean, I did. You probably wouldn't grow as fast as you would want to if you started that way. That's probably the only caveat. But you at least have your streams, you know, started. You start getting used to having things on your screen, seeing what people are seeing, having to fix things. Although when I started talking, and dear lord, my biggest challenge was suddenly sound mixing. Screw sound. Whoever invented sound mixing, you suck. I still have sound issues. I bet I'm at the same volume as my music right now. Why? I have no idea. It doesn't work sometimes. Yeah, I got so nervous during recording. That's another thing. Recording also seems a little scary to me. I need that color. Because that's something I'd have to hear myself back. Psst, to read the chat. I will. I'm slowly getting there. Having to hear myself recorded, because I'd have to hear it back, is... I don't like hearing my own voice, which is why streaming has been fine for me, because I don't necessarily have to hear myself. The recordings, I would, and I'd have to do re-recordings if I don't like it. And guess who doesn't like their voice? I would have to listen to it over and over, and then redo it over and over. It's crazy. I know it was there, and how I know because I help small streamers. Wait, were you the one that actually came in being like, hi, I randomly found you, and I'm happy that you interact with your chat? Have a follow? Because I think I do remember that. Well, I hope I come by more to such a good person. We think I'm a good person. I think Purple says otherwise. But we'll keep it that way. I'm allowed to be mean to Purple. And Jailboy, of course. Charm, who likes to come into my streams occasionally. But he also deserves to get bullied because I get bullied by them. So I think it's fair. I'll take my leave, but don't be insecure about your voice. It's amazing. Oh, thank you. I have gotten people saying that they do like my voice. But it is one of those things where if you don't believe it yourself, it's really hard to see it that way. I guess it's kind of the imposter syndrome thing. I would love to think my voice is nice. But it's just like, ugh. You listen to this. Yes, it was me that did the follow thing. See you later. That. Also, if I start talking fast, I start stuttering and mumbling. Ha. I'll also get better at that. See you later, you're amazing. Thank you, thanks for popping in and saying hi. Really good to see ya. You on Twitch and YouTube. You know what's funny? I used to make World Box videos back in the day. I don't think I'm familiar with World Box. I feel like I've heard that before, but nothing is like coming to mind for it. Gotta get this rendering in. Gotta get my dark shadows. I gotta make sure his tatas be poppin'. You know, I think I've also gotten a lot better for focusing on my work. Because I do still experiment and everything during the streams. Sometimes you won't see me do like the same kind of style twice, depending on the character. Like if I draw my mascot cat, I never draw her the same as the last time. That's also something about her design I really like. It's so flexible that no matter how you draw her, you will not draw her wrong. And I love it. That is peak character design. But on the other side of the spectrum is, if you know Hell of a Boss and like Dizzy Pop's designs, those ones are so style heavy that if you try drawing them in a different style, they no longer feel like the character. Which is not to say it's a bad thing, but it could be discouraging to do like fan art and things like that for it. Because I would love to, but I have no idea how to draw them. It's just not my style. My style is very thick and round, and also a lot more on the cutesy side. Did you see the art fight results? I did. Let's go, team. Well, if you guys didn't see it or anything, 10-second spoiler, I'm about to say who it was. Dun dun dun. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Alright, I'm saying it. Let's go, Team Crystal. We won, baby! Yeah! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Woo! That was probably the closest results I've ever seen on Art Fight. I think it was only like it wasn't even a full 100,000 points off from each other. Like, it was on 50-50 almost the entire month. And then you see, I think it was last year Vampire and Wolf, or was it the year before? That one, Werewolves won by a landslide. Let's go, furries, rise up. But that one was like so far in the results, and then this year it's so close that anyone was gonna win. Okay, that's cool. I'm excited for what next year's team and everything's gonna be. and also how they're improving on the site. Because, man, they make great choices every year, and the improvement and feedback that they get has been so good. I'm very happy that they listen to all that kind of feedback. Such minor coloring mistakes, and I'm going to fix them even if no one sees them. Like me. I don't care. But hopefully I'll be able to participate in our fight again. I am still a wee bit shocked in how much I participated this year. I think that was like my most attacks I've ever done. Minus the one year I did 50 attacks in one drawing, like that giant mass attack. I'll never do that again. Oh, that was pain. It was so pain. Roblox is a sandbox game. I used to make my own music. Okay, I don't think I've actually heard of that. I'm definitely not musically declined or musically knowledgeable, to say the least. Oops. I can definitely tell you music is so out of my wheelhouse. If I can't do sound mixing for a voice, ain't no way I'm doing sound mixing for like music. But also more power to other people that can actually write and make music and things like that. My brain can't comprehend. Matter of fact, the little jingle I had for... I think I was using it for my speed paints probably a couple years ago, because I haven't made a speed paint in so long. And not the shorts. I had like an actual intro to my things. I had a friend make the little jingle for it. Vizzy Pop mentioned my girlfriend called me a simp for being down bad for Adam. Okay, but listen. Smash. Next question. My friend worked it out and it was something like a 0.4 difference. That's crazy. That's so crazy. That's not even a full percent off. I hope in the coming years we still have that kind of difference between the teams. Because especially with like the vampire versus werewolf, the numbers weren't close at all. Like there was a clear winner almost through that entire thing. See if I can make this scar actually look like a scar. It would help if I look at a scar reference. But screw it, we ball. We ballin', we ballin'. I don't like now I don't like an intro. Do not like intros to videos. My brain no worky. Me too. Mimsy is one of my faves, and Nifty. Oh, I used to love Nifty. Nifty was my favorite one. The tusks, that's what I need. I want to say, while watching the first season, I don't remember if season 2, I don't remember when they said season 2 was coming out. I know that they're almost done with it, and I think they're on like the voice recording for season 3. This was a while since I've heard it. I don't know if that's still where they're at now in production. But while watching it, I think Vaggie turned into like one of my favorites. Mostly for story and like writing wise. Oh yeah, I forgot the scar. I still want to know. Charlie made a deal with Alistair. But what is she supposed to be giving him in return? Like, what was that actual deal? We know what he's supposed to be doing is helping the hotel, but what did she give up to make that deal? I feel like I don't see a lot of people talking about that. Unless it was already said in season 1 and I just missed it. Which would not surprise me if I did. His eyes are so tiny. You can barely see those. That's fine. Alright. This layer really doesn't need any work. Do need work on this one though. My beautiful rim light. Telling your rim light can pull your piece so well together. Man, my brain no work too. You know what? Society puts way too much emphasis on having normal brains. My brain brokey all the time. Matter of fact, I don't even have one. I run specifically on Pop-Tarts and ice cream. Eraser, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I didn't work on the puff. Yeah, smooth that out and fix that. And I'm on the wrong layer again. Normal brain overrated. Ah, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Besides a hell of a boss and has been. Oh, I don't know if anyone's seen. I feel like by now, I think it's been a couple weeks since it was announced. Did anyone see that Vizipop's gonna be doing Homestuck, whatever it is? I never got to read the webcomic when I was younger. Mostly because I had no idea where people were even reading it in the first place. I knew it was a phenomena, but I had no idea what it was. Like, I was not exactly an internet kind of kid. Goes along with like watching Salad Fingers and Don't Touch Me, I'm Scared or something, or Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. But I guess she's gonna be doing the animation to that. Oh my god, every time. Purple. Why must you do this to me? It actually sends like shivers up my spine. It's not even that loud now. I turned it down and it's actually at a normal value. Thank God. Get out of here with that face. See, this is bullying. I lost all train of thought. I'm generally hyped for the new video. Oh, right. It does look cool, and I feel like one of the best parts about it, it's not in the VisiPop style. Not saying like her style's bad or anything, but like that's such a good like difference to add to your arsenal of like things you can do. But I don't know if I'm interested in actually seeing it. Like, I'll definitely watch the pilot when it comes out and everything. But I just was never really interested in Homestuck. Maybe if I read it all the way back then, maybe I'd have a different opinion. Because I feel like it's definitely like the more nostalgic viewership that they're going for. Because who else would know Homestuck? It's gonna be all the people that were teens and stuff that came when it came out. I know so many people that did read it and love it. I've drawn Homestuck like OCs before, having no idea what they were. Shout out to the one person I attacked for like 3 years in a row with their Homestuck character. She was so adorable. Pretty sure I kept on drawing her with my character Poppy. Popper. Poppy? Popper. The hell did I name that? I'm pretty sure it's Popper. I know my characters. Don't look at me. I know the names of my children. I just have 300 of them I'm trying to keep up with. Because you haven't added any alerts to redeem the channel, so this is the best I can do. I'll get there one day. Don't worry, that's a part of the announcement, I swear. Also, if you're coming in and everything, I missed what I said. I do have an announcement that I'll share in like the middle of the stream, and also again at the end. Just some changes in schedule and everything. Nothing too wild. I'm so flipping excited for that. I almost cried, I swear to God. You didn't even know until I told you about that. Which is crazy, because I figured you'd be one of the first people to know. Not a true fan, I guess. You're telling me you haven't watched Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared To. There's supposed to be like a second season that I haven't watched. Isn't there like... Wait, season? I thought there's like 5 videos, like 1 through 5. I think I watched one of them years and years ago. But I never watched like the rest of them. I think it actually creeped me out when I was younger, so I was like, you know what? I'm good. But I'm still the same person that watched, oh my god, what was it? I'm a Banana and all that kind of crap. There's some internet fads that I watched, but at the same time, like all the really big ones, I don't think I watched. There's another one I watched, I feel like that no one knows about. And I think it's literally just called I'm a Unicorn. I don't think it was another Onision one. Also, screw that guy. But it was another, like, weird guy that did it. Skits back then? They were something. They were entertaining, question mark? I wish I can actually remember what that video was called. I want to say it was, like, I'm a Unicorn. It was a guy in a unicorn onesie hopping around saying how ugly he was, or how everyone thought he was an ugly horse, and pooping rainbows. very... YouTube had a thing years and years ago. Oh, the noise almost gave me a heart attack. See? It's not just me that's getting jump scared by those purple. They did a great job matching the original art style. Oh, absolutely. Which I'm kind of happy, because I don't know if it would have the same like reach if it was just the Vizipop style. I feel like people would get angry about it, actually. But I will say I'm excited to see the trailer. I just don't know if I'm gonna be interested. Here we go. But we'll see. I already don't remember when they said they were gonna be dropping the first pilot. I can't remember the date. Been disconnected from the internet. I have to go back to work. Bye, Milky. Thanks for saying hi. Stay safe at work. Do that blue collar stuff. Or whatever it is. Work hard. At least they got Toby Fox in it. I forgot about that, actually. He's a voice, right? He's not working on music specifically. Unless I'm wrong, but I remember seeing his name in the trailer. No, I still have yet to see the newest chapters in Deltarune, because no one that I was watching before is doing it, and I'm so upset. I have like no one to actually watch it, and I don't feel like playing that game myself. Deltarune's pretty cool, but it's just, I don't want to sit there for hours playing the game. Especially since I haven't played the first 3 chapters, technically. We're on chapter 4, right? And I know the first 2 chapters are free, which I think is a great call in case you don't want to sit there with a game you probably didn't like and you bought like the first 2 chapters. You can at least try it and see if you're interested. But I know I just don't have the time for that. I'm too busy playing Peak and not getting any of my accolades because I suck at the game. You know what if I start playing Peak towards the end of the stream? I can go play Tenderfoot and then try getting Bing Bong to the mountain. I'm the only one out of like everyone I've played with that does not have that one. Because I keep holding him and I keep dying. I haven't even beaten the Mesa yet. See, I may be a professional artist. I am not a professional gamer. Dear God. Why, hello, MS Spiegel. Welcome, welcome. I have 5 views on my long form video. Nice. I don't know if he makes the songs again. I think they used the original songs. I didn't even know Homestruck had its own songs. Not gonna lie. See, I don't know anything. But man, anyone gonna play Deltarune and then let me watch it? I want to see the newest chapter so badly. I'm pretty sure I've already gotten like every spoiler for it, but I still want to watch someone play it. Because the original person I was watching was Jacksepticeye. I find his Deltarune runs really fun. I liked watching his. But the reason why he's not doing it is because the fandom is annoying. If you don't do like every ending or whatever, if you don't do it perfectly, they get so uppity. And it's not the point of the game. You can do that yourself. You can be a hardcore gamer. But like, an average YouTuber is not going to find every single thing. It's just going to be a normal run, and that's it. There's some people that do all the endings and everything, get it perfect. That's not going to be everyone. It's just sad. key. I think the VTuber that I'm official artist for, the Frigid Bagel, you guys should definitely go check him out. Said he was gonna be playing it eventually, I think. I would love to watch him play it, because I think he'd be pretty amusing. I think he has to play the first few chapters first. But if he plays, I will gladly watch. Gotta give that highlight to that cheekbone. Beautiful. God created such... He has such baby face for an orc, and I love him. I want to give him head pets. I was gonna play it because my friend is hyper fixated on it, so I could talk to them about it. But it's like $50 of my local currency, and I don't have that. 50 bucks? I honestly had no idea how much Deltarune was. I thought it'd be like 15 to 20. Then again, with how prices and everything has been nowadays, it's kind of just... It's not great. I would also love to play more games if I had time, but also, I'm a cheapskate. I will wait until every single thing is on sale. Peak, I bought it when it was on sale. I'm still happy for that. I think it was like $5 on sale, and now it's $10. Being cheap pays off. Hello, Espen. Welcome, welcome. Jack still does streams. Yeah, I know he still streams and everything. I actually randomly caught one of his streams, I think a week ago or something. Because I forgot I was even followed to him on Twitch. But I want him to play Deltarune. I'll eventually find someone to play it. Hey, maybe if I'm lucky, 2 years from now, maybe the Game Grumps will play it. I will always find it funny how late they are to games. And then the few games that they are on time to, is like the dumb ones. Like, they were right there for the Supermarket Simulator, and they were probably the only people I know that played 20 plus episodes of that damn game. And I love it. I watched every single one of them. Anyone else? I kind of got bored. I am so close to finishing this render. Let's go. And how much time are we at? We're not even at an hour. Let's go. Do need my darker one in there. Yeah, I do actually want to play games for stream and everything too. But half the games I do like playing have to be co-op at this point. At least I feel that for streaming specifically. Because I don't know how much people really like seeing single player games. I know for me, my favorite videos to watch are co-op themed ones. Because like a bunch of the people I watch, they do it with groups of people, usually the same people, take one person out, add 2 different people in it. But they're still co-op nevertheless. So I don't know what the market is for those kind of games. Because I also have a bunch of like single player games for my wish list. Like I want to play Stardew Valley so badly. That game is right up my alley. Like I already know what I entitled my stream and everything for it. Just being like, first time playing this. I don't know what I'm doing. How do I Stardew? To Stardew or to not Stardew? Help. Did I get everything? How's the render looking, guys? Does he look like your nice little Local wood carver. He's up a bit. Save. We do not lose progress on this stuff. Last thing I have to do is just do the simple shading on the headshots. I'm almost there. Let's go! Sales allow you to play games late, but more games. Exactly. That is a great way to think of it. But also a sale doesn't hurt my wallet. Because you know what we like? We like healthy wallets. Healthy and full wallets. Man, if I could ever get big for streaming. Not like XQC and Ludwig big. I think I would cry. But if that I was able to make $50 just on one stream, I would be so happy. I would be so proud of myself. I'd quit streaming and be like, I've done it, I've made it, I'm the biggest person on the planet. My brain is suddenly dreading having to finish this after doing it for so long. We gotta do it, we gotta do it. I gotta check. It's on 25, make sure I'm using the same colors and everything. Okay. Tremendous character design. Thank you, thank you. This is actually the very first design of him, and I just realized your ponytail is not colored, and I'm using the wrong brush. Gosh darn it. Actually, is this supposed to be hair? I think that was hair. Okay. This design was made by Charm 3017. Jailboy, if you will. And the very first ref was made by me. Look at how ugly this is. Look at this. Look at this gross reference design I did. A reference sheet. Although, this shaded torso with his tattoo, fantastic. Wow, I'm still happy with that. That looks like a torso. It's very unfortunate. That's not exactly his body shape. He's supposed to be a lot more rectangular. He's supposed to be built. I'm not really a fan of Stardew Valley. I know it's not a game for everyone. I love grindy games and I guess more chiller games. Like, I loved Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing was great. Especially during the pandemic. Oh my god, that got me through. Especially having to be an essential worker the entire time. Ugh. Come home, play my Animal Crossing, I'd be happy. I don't know how popular it is now, though. I know there's definitely like a bunch of people that still stream it. But I would love to play that eventually. Whether it's gonna be on stream or not. I think there's... I don't remember if it's a mod or it's implemented in the game already. That you'd be able to play with other people. I'm also a baby when it comes to modding scenes. Like, my first modded game I've ever had was Lethal Company. And dear god, did that game need it. The game is great, base game. But it eventually just felt impossible to get anywhere in that game. So it's just like, why would I want to play this if I can't do anything? Okay, there we go. That looks better. I think my second modded game was Minecraft. And not with, like, it's already in-game mods. like extra packs, I was actually able to play Cobblemon. And dear lord, that's such a good mod. Never able to find a shiny in that game though. And I don't think Absol was in there yet. I was so sad when I heard that. Just realized, I think there was a Riolo in that game. I could have had Rai. Okay. Imagine I'm able to play Cobblemon and get my squad, and get my entire team. We grind until we have Rai, Relax, and Coconut. I would do that without even... I'd do that without being asked. I don't remember what my team was on there. 'Cause half the time I just had my team out to protect me from things. Because for some reason the area I was in just kept on spawning aggressive Pokemon every 5 seconds, and they'd just come over to beat me up. Like, what did I do? What did I do to you? Man, I don't even have a bank account. F. Oh, I'm sorry. Womp womp. God, the terms and phrases that we have nowadays are just stupid. That torso is very nice. Thank you. I think that was my first take on actually, like, a muscular structure. Because mostly, when you're doing, when you learn fine art and stuff in school and all that, or not fine art, figure drawing, your models usually are either skinny, chubby, and I don't want to say fat, but I don't know what a better term for that. Big boned. Which is great because those are good bodies to get practice with. But we've never had anyone that's muscular. Like, I feel like that'd be great to actually do a live figure drawing session of. But unfortunately, people that are actually muscular aren't exactly thinking of themselves as figure drawing models. My attention span has run out. I'm gonna head out. Well, thanks for using your attention span for the stream. I very much appreciate it. I hope you get your brain worky. And my attention span is running out. Hitting the wrong button. I love Stardew Valley. I got it on my tablet with the Apple Arcade subscription I share with my grandparents. I actually had no idea you were able to get it on the App Store. I thought it was just, I think, to Steam, and I think it's on the Switch? It could be wrong. But I feel like I remember seeing the Stardew Valley, like, where they have the cards. The digital downloads. I will say, I am so much more of a big fan of having the physical copies for my games. Than downloads. Which is why I'm a huge supporter of things like Stop Killing Games in case they try taking away our digital downloads at any time. Stupid. But I think for me, I just like the physical anything. Like, having my own art as a physical thing makes me so much happier than having everything digital. Am I mostly a digital artist? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm making keychains and things like that. It makes me so happy. It's like I can hold it and be like, look, I made this. But also it's the same with my traditional art, which I obviously can't showcase that on streams or anything. Maybe one day if I get like advanced like cameras and things like that that can help me. But I love to watercolor and charcoal. Those are my favorite mediums to use. Graphite's okay. I won't turn my nose to graphite, but I feel like I have so much more control with other mediums. Pen is also another one. Like doing a huge full scale render in just ink. Fantastic. I haven't done that in years. But eventually I'll do that again. It just takes so much more time than having an undo button. Need puppy. Oh, I think my music turned off. I forgot to set it on loop. You can see that. You can hear that. Actually, I know a good majority of my chat members here do art. Does anyone else also do like traditional things or like traditional media? Do you like watching people do traditional paintings and drawings? Do you like doing it yourself? There's only one person that I was watching for a little bit that did traditional media. I think they were acrylic paint. I don't think they were oil. Oil is also another thing I would love to try one day. But man, oils are expensive. Everything's immobile. Alright, you got me there. Being able to get your grabby mitts on something is better. Exactly, so you do get it. Especially nowadays, since they just take away your downloads. Exactly, that's why I hope when Stop Killing Games comes to like further into that legal process and they end up winning, because that will be good for everyone involved. But yeah, back to the traditional media. I need to do it more, to say the least. 27. I'm curious to know if like other people do watch those kind of speed paints and all that. Plus I think it's also very good to encourage people that do only digital artwork to get their hands on traditional. You get a lot more better habits and control, well not control, understanding of artwork if you do it in a traditional sense. Because you don't have things like color picker, undo, all that kind of stuff when you're doing traditional. So you have to force yourself to learn how to actually work with a lot of this stuff if you don't know how to in the first place. I mean, I still don't understand color theory. I understand it where my hands can do the thing and it's color theory, but don't ever ask me to explain it, because it's just like, colors do things, and things make it pretty. That's the end of my explanation. That's all I got. I could never be a teacher. I love traditional mediums for looking at, but unfortunately I'm allergic to literally every art supply. Pastels, paint, charcoals, crayons, you name it. Huh. I'm sorry to hear that. I guess the only thing you can really do is like wear gloves or something, but I feel like there's certain aspects that would end up taking away from enjoying that kind of stuff. I know with oils, you do have to be pretty careful with those. Like you have to be in a insulated room, windows open. That way you're not trying to poison yourself while using them. Also, you don't want to be touching them directly on your skin and things like that. That could be the reason why I never got into oils. It's just like there's so much you have to keep in mind to try not to kill your skin while working with them. Nor do I really have the space to have like ventilated areas and stuff like that. But you know, one day I'll at least try. It's also always good to try something at least once. Even though doing it once doesn't exactly determine if you like it or not. You gotta do it a few times to understand you don't like it. You know how many times I've done acrylic paints and I still hate them? I still do them occasionally. But God, do I hate painting. I watch a few people do traditional, and recently I haven't been feeling like digital drawing. Jeez, I'm so smooth at this reading. So I've been drawing some more traditional art than usual, though only pencil sketches. Hey, that's pretty good though. Like, it's hard to treat all of them equally with like how they work. Like, the reasons why I like doing watercolor is because of how much like more control I can have, and also it's a lot faster pace of something I'd have to work with. And there's a little secret. There's technically an undo button with watercolors. It's not always, I wouldn't say you rely on it, but there are ways to like fix your mistakes in watercolor. Acrylic and oils. You make a mistake, you can just cover that up and then redo it. So you technically have an undo button for that too. But it's just you had to put a little more time and effort into it. And usually you don't exactly want to just screw it up. Digitally, you can screw it up and just fix it later. Fix it later, fix it now, undo it. And there's a hole. Dang it. There's another hole in there. Aha. No undo is a killer for me. Why, hello, Sanzi. Welcome, welcome. I don't think I recognize your user, so if you're new here, hello, hello, welcome. I do art. I'm a professional artist. If anything, still going on to the traditional media stuff. One thing I would love to absolutely get into as like a job or career one day, making Pokemon cards, especially if they're original prints, because I actually had a teacher back in school who did magic cards, and if you did them traditionally, like sketching and everything, you're also able to sell those original prints, and oh my god, can they go up for a lot of money. There's an account on Instagram that I've followed like forever ago that posts the auctions and stuff like that. I think the highest one I've ever seen was like, it was like a painting of a lily in water. And that went over like $1 million for an auction. That's crazy. And I had no idea that this was a thing for cards. Like, I knew you could sell off the work after, but I had no idea how popular they were. Or at least, like, how valuable they were. I haven't seen for Pokemon cards. It could be much different for that. But I'd want to do Pokemon cards, because that's, like, the wheelhouse I prefer to do. I love Pokemon. If I can make an Absol card, I would just die happy. Envy. I'm done. My life is fulfilled. I don't need anything else. I made an official Absol card. I'm done. Life is complete. Can die happy. I was wondering why the shadows looked a little weird. Alright, 2 out of the 4 done. Let's go! Another save. I've joined once, but I've been busy. Hey, that's alright. It happens. Everyone has a life outside, I know. Oh, big stretch! Ooh, that actually felt great for a stretch. That's not undo, that's an erase. Listen, erasing could be undo. Wait, I got XP LOL, that's a new feature. Yeah. I think they dropped that like a couple months ago. But every time you chat in a stream and stuff, you get XP for it, and then you get to be on the leaderboards. I'm not exactly sure how the XP works. Because I don't think it's, like, how much. I don't think, like, if you're spamming it, you get a lot of XP. Come on, document save. You're making me nervous with how slow you're going. Okay. I think I'm gonna take a break here. That way I can look at something else. And also, I'd say it's about the middle of the stream. So, I'm gonna just take this. Work. So hard to work without a mouse. Oh god. I'm working with a mouse pad, alright? Alright guys. From a floating cat head to you guys, my announcement. So recently, I figured I gotta change some things. If you've seen like the last couple weeks, I've only been streaming like once a week. Because I've been skipping my Saturdays to actually do things. And we are wrapping up the end of the year. So, because of that, my job has been very mentally and physically straining. Because I do have to work like 40-hour weeks. Gotta make that pay. You gotta make that money, you know? But with that, I have more work. I've also been doing all my videos and stuff on YouTube and all that. And also my commissions and everything. I think something has to sacrifice. So probably for the rest of the year, I'm only going to be streaming maybe like once a month instead of twice a week or even once a week. I will at least try scheduling them ahead in advance and I'm also going to be changing the time slots for them. So like my next planned stream will be on the 19th in September, which is still on a Friday, and I'm probably going to be streaming at night. It'll probably be around like 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me. So what that means is I'm probably going to be playing games or drawing or just doing art in general. But I need to sacrifice my streaming time for more work time and also just personal time. I got a lot of things to focus on. One of my commissions I have now has to be worked off stream because it is work for another streamer and VTuber. So that stuff has to stay under wraps. But if I'm streaming and I want to work on like commissions and things, I have to put that one into the background and work on it afterwards, which is kind of not fair to like the commissioner and everything. Still working on it in the background, but my weekends are my bigger working days. And I do have the stream. I love doing it. I love being able to chat with you guys and everything and draw, but something's gotta give. So I will be streaming once a month. Still gonna be on the Fridays at least keep that one consistent. I'll probably be bringing Charm and maybe a couple other people in to play games and stuff like that, chill out. But I figured I'd at least announce that just a bit for you guys and all that. But that won't change like my weekly animations I'm uploading. I'm hoping to get to once a week speed paint shorts, hopefully. They are planned. Then also like my older streaming clips, get those uploaded, things like that. And I'll also be working in the background because maybe maybe my avatar will change. I have a few ideas and things working in the background for a possible new PNG and possibly a VTuber model. Maybe. That one's a work in progress. But also just some like layout changes. Like I would love to have my Twitch and my YouTube chat on screen, things like that. And hopefully get the biggest thing I need is to not have my computer catch on fire. So I'm hoping to actually get an upgrade before the end of the year, so that way when January comes around again, we can go back to maybe streaming 2 times a week and things like that. With some upgraded graphics, my computer not dying and going to like 80 degrees every time I'm playing a game. Although it's great in winter, I'll be nice and warm. My computer would just be on fire. It's fine. But yeah, I think in terms of all my stuff, that's all I got. You fancy new avatar? Eventually. I've had one in the works and plans for like a while now. Of course, it's always gonna be the same excuse where I just don't have time. Which really, really sucks. I have all these ideas and things and I want to do them, but I gotta sacrifice something. Yep, PC brain to death is not good for streaming. Could be half the reason why I wasn't streaming last week, but I'll never know. But also like the situation with like my mic, I had to sacrifice my mouse to be able to use my better mic because it doesn't have an aux cord. And then there's a bunch of other things my computer's like dying with. So we can get there eventually. I hope you get the new one soon. Me too. I've been putting money aside for someone to get the parts and build it. And right now I'm only $300 away from my goal. So I am very, very close to getting it. I just gotta get that money soon. Which shouldn't be a problem. Oh, well, look at that. Wait, hello, Coda. I hope you come back stronger than ever and take care of yourself, superstar. Thank you, buddy. I'm very excited to even get a new computer. The fact I'm this close to actually getting a PC that can actually be built and customized to myself, or to the things I need, is very exciting. So, that's my announcement. Those are my plans and everything going forward. And same with like the layout and things like Twitch. I have a bunch of things I want to add there, like the alerts, redeems, and all that kind of stuff. Be a little more customizable, and also just being more unique with my stuff. I love my floating head, but we gotta change some things. So that's all I have for today. Put myself back. Big head is now small head. And honestly, with that, I feel like I talked for so long already. I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute breather and get some Wawa. We need to hydrate. So also, everyone else, get some water, get a snack, go to the bathroom, take care of yourself, breathe, touch grass. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Got my water, got my drink. Wait, my water and my drink. I got a water, a snack. Which I'll take another sip of. No joke. As soon as I put the back BRB screen and everything and turn my mic off, I swear to God, my chair tried to kill me. I leaned back to grab a water that was behind me, and I heard a screw fall out, and I just suddenly tilted back. I almost died. The world is against me. Apparently the world did not like my announcement. Gotta go. Bye everyone. Bye Aspen. Thanks for hopping on. I have a water too. Water's great for real, for real. Oh my god. Hydration. Nothing slaps more than a nice bottle of water. Bonus if it's tapped. Tap water is great. You're talking to the kid that drank hose water for a living. Tap water does nothing to me. Filtered water, puh. Store bottled water, puh. Tap water, that's where it is. That's how you grow up big and strong. Man, it might be a little more than my computer that needs an upgrade. My entire office space needs an upgrade. I can't believe that it tried to kill me as soon as I put my BRB screen and stuff on. Like, just my luck. But now we're also in the end game. We are finishing this man's. After almost an entire year of starting this, I gotta finish this. The hose water kid, absolutely. Also, I don't know if this is normal for other kids or anything, but I felt powerful if I drink hot water because it tasted different. You know, it's one of the only drinks that has a different flavor for temperature. But I would happily just drink hot water in the shower. I thought I was becoming like a super powered person. Like, no one else does this. I'm cool. No one can handle the hot, spicy water that I can. I may or may not have been the weird kid growing up. But you can't prove that. I'm trying to think of any other weird things I did as a kid. There's a bunch of weird ones. I unfortunately have like very little memory from like my elementary days for some reason. But I can definitely tell you one of the things was I was so much better at talking to adults than I was kids. And I hated other kids growing up. But if their parents were there for like chaperoning or anything, I wouldn't say I'd be glued to them, but I definitely preferred talking to them over their own kids. It's just like, ugh, your kid's annoying. How's your marriage going, Stacy? Like, I did not like the other kids. Just, kids were so annoying. I never felt so powerful because I drank hot water. Well, you were missing out. You'll never understand the weirdness of child Neko over here. I don't even remember why I started doing that. It's just like, hot water tastes weird. No one else drinks hot water. Why not? I'm gonna be the cool one. coffee. Remember my parents deemed me as the mayor of the school because I also knew almost everyone there. Granted, it wasn't like a huge elementary school or anything. But anytime there's an event or anything, kids for some reason feel this weird need to say hi to everyone. Almost like you're proving to your parents that you have friends and you know people. And I would know everyone I said hi to. I know your name. I know what your parent looked like. I just knew. You couldn't escape me. I was going to know you. Sometimes I wonder if I should do storytime animations with these. I gotta know, am I like alone with these weird childhood thoughts? There's no way, right? Getting into the gossip young. I mean, you gotta know things. You gotta know what's happening in the world around you. I'm so close to finishing this. I just want to be done. I still have 2 more references. Actually, not 2. 3, 4. 4? I think 4 more references to do for the entire team. Everyone else that are like side characters for this, they get mini references. They're not getting big professional looking ones like this. I cannot go through this like another million times. Oops. There's way too many characters for this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to jump into the next ones after this, because I have started the mock-ups for the next 2. But also, we have so many pixel work that needs to get done and possibly updated. A lot of this project, I feel like our flaw for it is wanting to redo and upgrade things, or update things, where we kind of need to be more in the mindset of make it so it exists and then fix it later. Which I feel like this also goes into that wheelhouse, because he had a reference technically, but I wanted to update it so badly. It just looked bad. That reference is so static, it's not him. Sure, it has his colors and somewhat the right idea of him, but it just wasn't Kurt. There we go. I think that's done. Are they a part of a D&D Pathfinder summon game you're in? Kind of? The entire idea for this project is actually like an end video game or board game. Something similar to like a D&D kind of thing. I would love it for it to be a video game, of course. I'm very much on the side of video game making. Do I know how to code things or anything like that? No. However, I have ideas. I have the ideas and the art and assets for it. But we don't have anyone that knows how to like actually code games and all that kind of stuff. The project itself started out as like your normal D&D kind of thing, where we're just making characters and stuff for the idea that we're going to actually try doing D&D sessions and campaigns. But we got way too far into the writing and things and realized I think we're not making a D&D campaign. Because the entire experience of D&D is to roleplay everything, and like the story writes as you're, you know, using a character, not writing the entire story in like start to finish without actually having, you know, to play it. But this project is between me and Charm, where he does a lot of the writing stuff, helps with assets and ideas, and also the worst part about games, the math. Like the amount of work and stuff he's put into like figuring out how the formulas and stuff work. It's pretty cool. Do I understand any of it? No. It actually hurts my brain every time he talks about it. I don't want math in my games. But a lot of my things come from adding to the writing, concepts, the artwork, the assets. I guess I'm more the art director of the thing, because I do have a lot more say in the designs and everything and how things should be than he usually does. Which honestly, I'm gonna pat myself on the shoulder. I feel like I'm pretty good art director so far. As long as I stop holding myself back of trying to basically redo things every 5 minutes. But we get there. Everything is a learning experience too. But we've gotten this far, and I think we've been working on this for like 3 years? 3+ years? And the story has advanced so much from when we first started. Characters have changed personality-wise so much. There's been design changes. Like one of the main leads, Onput, which is the blue-haired, long-eared jackal folk I have. Her first design, compared to the one she has now, she hasn't changed. It's mostly just her outfit that changed. But she's definitely more of a character, instead of like your kind of plain protagonist kind of feel. I feel like she kind of started off as like just someone that needed rescuing, and then she kind of tags along and does nothing. Complains that she wants her kingdom back. So she's definitely grown. Another character, Chris, his first ideas have changed so drastically from what we have now that he, at first, if you've seen like all the Bard kind of memes of trying to basically bang everything that moves, that was his personality at first. Like, hello Raj, welcome. But that was his first take, which was funny. It was probably good for like an actual D&D campaign, just for like the comedic character. But now he has a lot of mental disorders. He has schizophrenia. His backstory is so much more in depth. And also like the relationships and stuff that he's built and trying to run away from. Like there's so much more to him as a character. He's not gonna see some weird spider monster thing and be like, I'm gonna go smash that. He's an actual character. And dear God, he's one of the most in-depth ones we have so far. Ah, classic. Matter of fact, this guy is Chris. He technically needs a different ref because this is like his ending game outfit, basically. Oh, same with the his sword. But you know, that's a minor detail. That's something that'll be fixed later. I think there's also something else on this ref that I screwed up. I don't remember. I know I was told to fix it at one point, and I kept on putting it off. Alright, now we're gonna look at everything. You know what I do need to do? I'm gonna move everything. I wish I could select more than one of these at a time. There we go. Now we can look at them. Fresh eyes. How'd I do, chat? I hope he gets therapy for real, for real. I think he needs a little more than therapy, not gonna lie. Ew, there's a bot. There's a bot in my Twitch. Ban. Kill yourself, bot. Ugh. Yuck. But that's what makes the characters more interesting. Trauma builds character. But also, he's so traumatized, it's a little hard trying to figure out how he adjusts after the story. Because he technically has a family, he has 2 kids and everything. 1 adopted. There's so much. But also, something like schizophrenia doesn't exactly go away. That's not exactly a curable thing. Can he overcome these demons that are haunting him? Yes. But the actual mental health or the mental disorder of it, that's not something that can go away. I guess it would basically be like PTSD as an aftermath. This is what I mean by the writing and everything. There's so much that goes into this stuff and reasons why a project can take so long. You can hear a game could be in development for over 10 years. That's pretty accurate. There's a lot to write and, toss into there before getting to the game, and then making the game itself is gonna take such a long time. There's so much. But we're also 2 people, not a team. So, there's also that's going on. Well, we're a 2-man team. We don't have more team members to help us push the stuff out. Eventually. I know some people that do game dev stuff that would love to see if they would ever want me on the project. We're not far enough for that. We still need to develop the actual regions and things, because we have the idea of each one, but there's only one that's been fully developed, along with how the culture is, how they celebrate, things they celebrate, how they work together, things they hate, what their structures look like, what the citizens look like, their outfits, the colors. All that has been done for one region out of 5? 6? Hold on, I gotta count that again. We have Drenix, which is the one we did. Ross, Sahara, Felber, Melis, Dragon's Jaw, which is actually where Kurt's from. There's one that starts with V. Okay, so there's 6. Oh, and where the elves come from. I don't remember the name of it. Did we even have a name? So we have 7. So imagine having to figure out all the intricacies and how everything looks and plays out in 7 regions. That's gonna take a while. I thought the protruding tooth was a tongue, and he was just being freaky. Kurt's a little freak now, huh? Kurt's an innocent boy. He deserves head pats. He's not a freak. Leave him alone. Unfortunately, not schizophrenia myself, or schizophrenic myself, but I got overlap with my disorder. Sure, the anti-psychotics and therapy help, but most of the work needing to be done has to be me. And that's also other thing we're trying to take into account, is if you're going to be using, like, I guess, sensitive topics, you do have to make sure you're researching it and you're portraying it correctly. Because you can see this at least with, like, older media and things, where they can use, like, sensitive topics. I know, like, transgender characters in older media and stuff like that have always been played off as a joke, and that's not something we'd want to do. We want to actually make sure we're taking these serious topics and make sure we're doing them justice. Because, you know, schizophrenia is no joke. I think even with, like, in older media, like, a schizophrenic character is also played off as a joke. Like, haha, they see weird things and they're going crazy. Or basically, look at this crackhead. But that's not what Chris's story is. He's actually facing, like, very harsh things that are happening in his mind. Like, one of the things that we have is, during his earlier phases, if you touch him, he'll start, like, seeing you in, like, I want to say it's tryptophobia. It is like a fear of holes. He'll start seeing you in that kind of sense, so you basically turn, like, into a monster into his eyes. Does that get better later? Hopefully. Why, hello, Knight. Hello. Long time no see. Welcome, welcome. I couldn't imagine having schizophrenia. My blue alien dog says he couldn't either. Yeah, I know, that's crazy. But yeah, there's just so much. There's so much to plan and think about and research. But we'll get there eventually. We're definitely pushing ourselves towards a lot more assets now over the writing and things, because I think we've spent a lot of time on that. We still need to do, like, the regional things, the designs and everything for that, which we will get to. But if you remember how I was doing the items and weapon sprites, we're trying to go further in that one, because oh my god, we have so many. So many. Alright, have a nice day, Nico. Thanks for popping on, Raj. Always a pleasure to see ya. But yeah, we have so many of those. Just look at her. Alright, it is time to doodle. What do I want to doodle? The other thing about writing things, we like writing other stories on the side. Like we have for Pokemon characters that we've been, I wouldn't say we're like hardcore investing in. But like they're so fun to draw. Like, have you seen my boy? My baby boy? Boy? And we've just been doing silly things for that here and there. Just silly writings. How should I draw my boy? You know, I've always wanted to draw him evolved, but also like Will he still be the Rai Rai? Will he still be my boy? Oh my god, his face. Ah! It's so long! There we go. Can't do that in traditional art. What if I give him an Oran berry? Cute design. I know one of my favorite artists made it for me. Maze. I love their Pokemon customs and everything. They do so good. Their art is just mwah, fabulous. Oh, how about interviews with people who have the same conditions, identities, etc. that the characters have to get on personal accounts and not just clinical? That is a good idea. I would say that's a little, maybe not scary, but like, an interview seems scary to me, because like, am I asking the right questions? Am I asking enough questions? But also, I don't know exactly how I would go about finding people that would have the problems. I'm sure I can make a post and be like, hey, does anyone have this problem that would like to get interviewed? But what's stopping someone from lying and then just giving me wrong information? You know? There's a lot of concerns and stuff you gotta keep in mind when trying to add other people to projects. I may fear getting scammed on something. But also, that's how the world works. There's so many horrible people. I know, I don't think you've ever shown this character. Yeah, I know. How dare I? How did I do such a thing? Wait until I have alerts on Twitch, and then you can go on there, and then just keep spamming the boy alert, the boy redeem. You know, kind of random. But would you watch someone actually like work on research and things for like a game or anything? They basically see how the creator like gets their information, what sources they're looking at, what questions and things they have to answer, while also giving like feedback and ideas to them. I don't think I would actually do that, but I'm just curious. So I feel like that goes in the same kind of wheelhouses. I really like art books, and that's where you can actually see the development process of like how the character starts and where they ended and things like that. But how would you feel if you were seeing that live? I mean, you see me do like some designs live. I don't know if research would be like boring or something. Oh, I have to cough. Hold on. Man, I've been talking so much. For almost 2 hours straight. Nom's time. Jumps into the food hole. It does sound scary, and I definitely understand all those concerns. Oh, Lottie, that's neuter. The little baby snoot. You know, eventually. I feel like I'm just gonna be like a repetitive audio. But there's just so much stuff. we'll get there. We'll slowly progress over time. I mean, the other thing that's really encouraging about nowadays is how much better indie companies and indie games are getting. Like, yeah, there's still some good AAAs games that are coming out, but like, they're definitely getting overshadowed by indie games right now. I mean, look at Mario Kart World, or Mario World, whatever it is. It had good hype. Yay, Switch 2. I hate Nintendo. I hate Nintendo as a company. But like, I don't hear anyone talking about it anymore. At least after one of their updates. People were saying like, it made the game worse. So I guess there is intermission or something in the track where you were able to skip if you didn't want to do it. Just basically like a giant straight path that you're racing on, and it's very boring, so no one liked it. And I guess an update made it so you had to do it. And people were like, yeah, no, I'm not going to sit here for 3 minutes going on a straight line doing nothing practically. Which, fair, understandable. I feel like it just lost its hype already. Also, I kind of refuse to watch anyone play that game. I don't care. I feel like that it slightly supports Nintendo and their bad decisions. But I will say, seeing like the face cam and stuff that YouTubers use for that game, it looks so awful. How is Nintendo like always so behind with technology? It is insane. Looks like an early version of Skype. The audio sucks, and also the visuals just look horrible. But it's whatever. Nintendo can do whatever crap they want. Still gonna make billions of dollars. My Wi-Fi is acting up, so I need to drop off for a bit. Not sure if I'll be back. If not, I hope everyone has fun with the stream. Aw, why, thank you. I hope your Wi-Fi gets better though. That's for sure. That's heckin' boopable. Speaking of, I need to beat Oblivion Remastered. I might ask a dumb question. Was that a Skyrim game? Or at least, was it made by Ubisoft? Skyrim made by Ubisoft? I've been looking into so many like game companies and everything. I'm starting to get them all confused. The only one I can't confuse is Nintendo. And also Nintendo came out with their new Mario Kart game. Just, I feel like, I don't know if like sale numbers or something is gonna say otherwise. But like, Sega came out with a game, a kart game, and it looks so much more fun and better. I hope sale-wise and popularity-wise they did better. You get to play as Miku. You can't get better than that. I don't remember if they added another Vocaloid. I don't know if Sega just owns Miku or other ones, because I feel like no other Vocaloid is ever featured into anything for Sega. Also, it is such a weird point of knowledge to know that Sega owns Miku. Sonic and Miku are in the same universe. Wild. And I love that knowledge. Needs a jump by beam. Let's make sure my lines are closed. did it. For once, I actually had my lines closed. There we go. I'm growing. I'm growing as an artist. And I didn't have them all closed. Gosh darn. Just realized I forgot the things on his arms. I always forget them. I don't know how. Every time. So I'm growing as an artist, and then I forget minor details. For shame. Okay, there we go. Are they the same color? No, they aren't. I love my boy. Look at my boy. I'm so focused now. I gotta finish my boy. Look at him. It's an Elder Scroll game. That's what it is. How do I say that name again? Gosh darn it. Is it Besida? Besida? I feel like I'm saying that horribly wrong. But they made it, yes. Like, I knew that in the back of my head, but I couldn't remember if, like, Ubisoft owned them or something. It was made before Skyrim. It's entry before. Okay. I somewhat knew that. Their games were never ones for me, exactly. I knew people that played them. It was never something I was really interested in. I still think they're cool in concept, though. But also, I know they get made fun of for having broken games, too. Which I will always find those funny. I don't always get to draw his... wrong color. Oh, what is this megastone called? Sida. I am... You know what? I quit. I cannot pronounce things right now. My brain is broken. It's my turn for having a broken brain. And there. I just color the orange berry and I'm done with this one. I started with Morrowind. I don't think I've ever heard of that game. I think I gotta add that to my Googles, my searches, because that one's definitely new to me. Welcome back from the food hole. I hope you enjoyed your food hole. this is a sketch, but I'm only adding very minor shading, I swear. I gotta do everything for my boy. He deserves the world. Actually, I don't like it at the pot. That is tootsies. How the heck is that a sketch? It's fully done full body. Yeah, sometimes I have no self-control. It started out as a sketch. It was supposed to be a sketch, if you could believe that. Just minor details, you know? You can see that. Look at him, he's so cute! Actually, we're going to shrink the canvas real quick. And then we're making you into a sticker boy. Can't really see the white. The games are all junk, but I love them. Except Fallout 76. I mean, it's a beautiful game, and they made West Virginia look so much nicer than it is in real life. But multiplayer? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know they even had multiplayer. I know I heard criticisms on that game. I've never seen people play it or played it myself. But I feel like not a lot of people were happy with that one. I'm not really sure. That was not exactly in the wheelhouse of my knowledge. What? Bleh. Blah, blah. Okay. I'm gonna save this before I want to like fully render it or something. The boy, he's so cute. Ah. Alright. So I finished Kurt. I did a sketch. Now the question is, do I want to work on the pixel sprites? Or do I want to play Peak? I could probably play Peak for an hour. Do you think I can get the accolade for beating Peak within an hour? Probably not. Oh, but if I played... Maybe I'd have to save that for another time. But I could be convinced. This is making me want to get more art of Annie, my Esper. Do it. Get more art. Draw them yourself. Do more. I feel like the favorite thing of having characters is myself drawing them. I love getting art of my characters and stuff. I guess like fan art and stuff of them. But like, look at my boy. I drew him in such a cute way. Look at him. Mwah. Libby. I still love when they brought out the $100 subscription to oh, it was that game? For some reason, I thought it was... You know what, I think they were trying to do that with Assassin's Creed, Shadows. Because I think they were also rolling out, like, a really expensive subscription or something for it. I don't remember what it was. I think they backed out of that. This was such a long time ago. Probably just last year, but that I've heard that happening. Everything that happened around that game was wild. So many controversies, one after another. That was crazy. And it would show next to your name with a nice blue sign that said you paid. It's almost like paying for a Twitter checkmark. It's kind of funny. So everyone attacked him for buying the insane cost. That sounds about right. I need to find my tablet pens. Both of them. I lost them like 3 days ago. I know for me, if I ever lose my pen, they're either in my... I have like little jars that are on my desk. They're either in there with my pencils and my other pens, and I can't see it because it's mixed in, behind my tablet, or under my chair or on my chair. Usually it's behind my tablet, where I can't see it. Oh no, find those pens. I still don't know what I want to do right now. I kind of want to play Peak, but I also have to reconfigure my wires so I can still use my mouse and my headphones. I also have to download the game. I could also, funny enough, play Blues. If I weren't so heckin' sick, I'd scour the apartment. Have you ever heard my advice about being sick? Ahem. Get ready, because you're about to stand right back up and be so healthy after this. Stop being sick. God, if I was ever near a doctor or nurse or something, I'd get smacked upside my head every single time. I'm such a beacon of positivity. We have been going on for 2 hours. I'm so indecisive. I'm cured, thank you. You're welcome. Never thought of that. See what I'm telling you? I know exactly how to cure people. Maybe I'm a miracle worker. Alright, I think that'll be it for today. So what that means, I'll just do my large. I don't think I have anyone new or anything, but just to reiterate from earlier, my announcement for the stream is my schedule will be changing. I'm going to be streaming at least once a month, the next one being September 19th. It'll be later during the nighttime, at least 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time instead of my usual afternoon time. I am hoping to have more to come with doing the alerts for Deems, new avatar, either a new PNG or possibly a VTuber model, don't know. And hoping before the end of the year I get a PC upgrade where everything will not be on fire. So, that's my announcement. Thank you guys for coming on. It's always a pleasure to be streaming for you guys. I really do love streaming, so it really hurts to actually, have to stop a bit. My only concern was losing my potential viewers because I'll be streaming less instead of on a weekly basis. But we gotta take mental health and time into consideration. So this is gonna be a sacrifice I have to take. But, you know, that's alright. So, without further ado, thank you so much to everyone who came on, my chatters, my lurkers, and everyone in between. It is so lovely to be streaming for you guys. I'm so happy for all your support and everything you guys do. Whether just liking the video, commenting, saying hi, it makes me very happy. And I hope to see you in my next stream. But bye everyone. Bye. You guys are great. Ah.